Hey guys, welcome back to Bushcraft Evolution. I know I said that I hope that the next time that we saw each other we would be in the woods, but where I live we've had terrible weather. As soon as I get to go out and think that I'm going to go film, things just happen and storms roll in like super quick lately. All the wildfires in Canada have made the air quality here not so great either. So for health reasons, we have opted out of doing too much outside of the house. So I'm in a room in the house now where I filmed with Haley the haversack comparison video that we got some great feedback on. So in this video, I just want to show you guys a piece of gear that I've assembled by using other products and brought them all together and made a pretty well-rounded kit that works for me, and maybe it'll inspire some of you to put a kit similar to this together and make it work for you. So without further ado, let me reach across the table here and pull this out. What I have is a Self Reliance Outfitters Canteen Kit, but on the sides of the Canteen Kit I have two military pouches, tactical pouches, that I have attached to the sides to make this one complete kit. So let me get the camera zoomed in on the table here, and then we'll start going through the contents of the Canteen Kit itself, along with both of the pouches on either side. So let me get the camera in closer and we'll just dive right into it. Okay, so for those of you who don't know much about, let's just focus on this middle part. Those of you who don't know about the cook kit from Self Reliance Outfitters, it is literally $90. At least that's what it was when I got it. I don't know what it currently is. No, when I got it, it was $120. It's now $90, I believe. Self Reliance Outfitters, if you guys don't know, have slashed prices by a lot. So you can get this for cheaper than I got it, basically. So what this comes with is the bag itself that you see here. It comes with canteen. It comes with the nesting cup. It comes with the twig stove for the bottom. It comes with mini infernos, I believe a fire starter, and silverware, I believe, is everything that comes in this kit. So it's a complete kit all on its own. I only use the canteen, nesting cup, and twig stove in this. That's all I keep in it from the original package that everything came in, on top of the bag itself. So what I'm going to do is go through the main bag itself, and then we'll get into these side pouches. So we're going to start here in the front. It has a very nice buckle, if you didn't see that. That thing is very strong, and there's nothing that's going to pull that apart except for you. I mean, that thing's very strong, and it's got a tensioning strap here to make this tighter, so you know nothing's going to fall out. So very nice feature there. We're going to dive into this front pouch here, which the only thing that I have in there at the moment is a strap, but that is for my headlamp that is on this pouch over here, and we'll get into that here shortly, but that's what this is for. There's another pouch here in the front that's a zipper pouch, and inside that I keep the Victor Roland, I can't even say it, I'm so tongue twisted right now. It's 10:30 at night, 11 o'clock, I should be in bed. It's the Victorinox Ranger Grip 78 Swiss Army knife. And I first saw this, I believe, from Corporal's Corner. I believe he's the first one that I saw with this, and I'm pretty sure he said at that time that it was exclusive to the Self Reliance Outfitters store. So that's why I picked this up, and one of my favorite features is the fact that that blade locks. That's not going anywhere. And your Swiss Army logo actually is, you push in on that to release. So it's a very nice knife, and a lot larger than an original Swiss Army knife, which I get to my daughter. So we'll do some more review on this in a later video. I just want to continue going through the contents of the bag. So I still carry around the SOS electrolyte pouch for if ever I need it while I'm out in the woods. If I have to drink all my water and have to use a stream or something like that, and I need to get some electrolytes in me or what have you. Also, I carry some instant coffee and some creamer. That is a must. That is something I carry with me pretty much at all times. In any bag that I've got coffee and creamer. Also in there, I carry a smaller vial. This happens to have cinnamon and nutmeg. I got turned on to nutmeg from the Townsends. If you watched our most recent video before this, we did a Townsend's road trip. If you haven't checked that out, please go and check that out and give us a like on that. Anyway, so that's what's in here. It's just cinnamon and nutmeg to flavor my coffee. That was just in this little front pouch. So it's a pouch within a pouch. And other things I have in there is bars, because you have to have calories, nutrition, things like that when you're out. And that's pretty much it. I mean, all of that fit in here, and that's what I carry. It's not something that you have to carry necessarily, but that's what I carry. So we're getting into this main pouch, which has a drawstring to keep it closed, and that thing covers quite a bit to protect anything that you have in there. First thing I want to pull out on top, which I always carry with me, is a large hank of number 36 bank line. That I just stick right here on top, and you just never know when you're going to need it. Ridge lines, emergency shelters, fishing, getting your gear up off the ground, hanging it from a tree, all sorts of different things. So this is always with me, and this is probably between 50 and 100 feet. So that's always in here. Right underneath that, I carry a bandana, 100% cotton, for any time I need to make char material or wipe sweat from my brow. Grab a hot plate, pan, canteen, anything. That's multi-purpose item. I have other colors and other sizes. I've got a big bright orange shamog, also from Self Reliance Outfitters, but that will not fit in here. Also in here is some more calories. So this is just kind of a nut blend with raisins and M&Ms and everything like that. So a must-have. Also in here, I normally carry my titanium spork, but that's in my backpack right now for another video that I have hopefully coming up very soon. So that brings us to the canteen. This is the stainless steel canteen that they have. It's not super lightweight, but I like it. This thing holds more than enough water. I mean, if you run out of water on a day trip, you're in trouble. This thing carries so much water that you shouldn't have to worry. But this one I don't cook with. I use the nesting cup, and I have no need to sanitize water because typically I'm going out on day trips and I know where I'm going to be. People know where I'm going to be, and I don't need to use this to sanitize water or anything. So we'll set that off to the side, and we'll bring out the nesting cup, which has some pretty nice features itself. Obviously, it has the handle on it. So this goes in the fire. Obviously, it has inside graduation lines so you can get the amount of water that you need. It goes all the way up to 25 ounces or 700 milliliters. And I have used it very few times. Usually I use this over a propane stove. I haven't used this in the fire just yet because I have other things that I use in the fire, like cheaper water bottles that I don't care too much about. I want this one to last, so this one goes on propane typically. And then you have your twig stove. This thing nests in there nicely, but you can also flip it around, feed your twigs through that side, and this just sits up on top. So it's a pretty good, pretty good setup with just this alone. I don't need all of the other high-tech titanium, all that other stuff. This works out perfect for me. It does, it serves all of my needs. It does exactly what I need it to do, and then some in most cases. And then of course I keep the lid on the bottom and not in a separate bag or backpack or something like that. I keep it all together so I don't have to go searching for it. So that stays in the bottom. Also inside here I carry, on the inside there's a little sleeve in the back and then a sleeve in the front, and then both of those I carry tinfoil. Multiple uses for this. You can use it as a shield on a windy day so that your fire doesn't get blown out. You can use this as insulation, which is what I do because I typically fill up the canteen with really cold water, not ice water, just cold water. And I like to keep it, cold for as long as I can while I'm out. So these are both front and back, and it gives me my insulation. So moving on. Well, anyway, that wraps up what's on the inside of this pouch. Now, if I turn this around, it comes with a couple of straps on the back so you can attach it to backpacks. It has these D-rings here. I don't know if I would trust those too much as far as carrying much weight load because of being plastic, but they're there. I only use them to keep these down because in the back here I carry my titanium twig stove. That fits in this perfectly, and that's a lot of stuff just in this one bag alone, and I couldn't be more pleased with the amount of things this carries or holds. And I've been using this for several months, actually probably pretty close to a year now, and I have yet to find a reason to hate this thing or find any flaws to it at all. Like I said, I wouldn't trust these, but then again, I have not put these to the test to see, what they're capable of. And then if they're not capable, then I've got broken gear. I don't want broken gear. So maybe one day. So it comes with a very nice padded shoulder strap, but we'll get into that here in a little while because I want to show you what I do to carry this. You might be surprised. Let's get into these side straps, or side pockets here. Both of these came from Amazon, from a company called Tactical. You may have heard of them, you may not have heard of them. They are, comes as a 2-pack, so you get both of these for $15 now. I went and did some research for you guys. They're $15 now. It's like a 17% savings, so it was a little bit more than that. So if you go and get them now, you're going to save some money. They are water resistant, but not waterproof. They're labeled as an everyday carry pouch, and I just happen to use them for gear. This one over here that has the black American flag, it's black because this is fire kit. So it just makes sense for it to be black for that reason. So let me flip it to the other side, you'll see why that one's black. Because the American flag here is brighter because this is my emergency kit. So first aid, backups, redundancy items. So since we have this in facing you, we're going to go ahead and talk about the outside. You've got your molly webbing here. That strap that I showed you in the front of this thing goes to this headlamp. This headlamp is very tiny. It is rechargeable, so I don't have to worry about batteries. And it is a brand called Kodiak from Walmart. Very cheap, but very well made. It has bright setting, medium setting, low setting, green light, and red light. So it's got 5 settings and super bright. I could turn it on, but I don't want to blind you, so we won't do that. I have on this side a small little knife that I picked up recently on family vacation that is just really cool. It can be a keychain or belt loop knife. It also has the pocket deal there. Can never think of the name of that. But it's a quick, you know, a little, just pops out. And that thing is like super tiny, super small and compact, and you know, just an emergency backup next to my everyday carry BPS knife, I believe. I'm drawing a blank right now, I'm really tired. So anyway, we're gonna get into the inside contents. I carry my backup ferro rod. I have this thing with me all the time because I'm a fan of the Firefast, and this was my original go-to, but now I'm carrying the Firefast, so now this is the backup, so I keep that on the emergency side as a backup. Inside this little pouch I carry lots of different things. Get this thing open and give you a kind of a glimpse to what I've got in there. We have emergency whistle by SOL. I'm sure that a lot of you have heard of that brand. It's the Survive Outdoors longer brand, but it's a very slim, compact, can carry it around your neck whistle. My family's sleeping, or I would blow it for you. So that's in there. I have a signaling mirror that has an orange side to it too. I don't know what purpose the orange would serve, but this does have the signaling mirror that I keep the protective film on so it doesn't get scratched. We have some fire starters. These are impregnated with a chemical that once you break one of these open and separate the fibers, it will catch super quick. We'll do a demonstration video on that sometime. We keep a small little fishing kit in here. It's got also some safety pins, got your fishing needles, and your bobbers, or your weights. We also carry some duct tape. This is just the cheapo stuff. I do carry some Gorilla Tape as well, but that's with all my other gear. We have a striker, you know, in case lighter fails, we always have the striker. And this thing obviously throws some pretty good sparks. And oh, look at that, I do have my Gorilla Tape. So I have the 1-inch Gorilla Tape that everybody seems to like. I just have it wrapped around a small tiny dowel rod. It's about 10 feet, maybe 10 feet of tape. And then we have a small little button compass. This is just the backup to my regular compass and Ranger beads. So this one's actually pretty accurate, and there are 0 bubbles in this little thing. So perfect size, perfect everything. So that's everything that I carry in that, and we'll just keep on moving. We'll just move this off to the side for now. Take out that ferro rod. So that's it for just the big pouch. But then in the back we have emergency blanket. This thing is a huge one. This is also SOL brand. So pretty much most of the stuff was SOL brand. It all come in a kit, but I keep it, you know, out of that kit so I can make room and put it in here. We have some Clorox wipes, you know, disinfectant for hands, face, you know, whatever you need it for. We also have moist towelettes, hand cleansing wipes, and that is it. That is everything that's in here, because my first aid kit is also in a backpack, but that is normally in here as well. So that's the first aid side. We took care of the outside, and so let's flip over to the fire kit side. On this side, on the outside, this is another Kodiak brand light, but this is a mini flashlight, and this one's rechargeable as well with this little magnet piece here, and the on-off switch, if you push it 3 times, you can lock this so that you don't accidentally turn it on. So that's a really good flashlight and super bright, just like the headlamp. And also the bottom is magnetic, so you can stick it anywhere you might find metal. That's everything on the outside. So we'll get into the inside here, and like I mentioned, I carry one of my many Firefast fire starters. These things are fantastic. I did the review on it. Prepared Wander has done a review on it, and Firefast themselves have a website where you can go see some of the reviews on these. But this is a huge chunk of magnesium with a very nice ferro rod there on the side, and then the striker itself is real long, and it's got 4 different 90-degree angles on it. But of course you can always use a knife or anything you have laying around that has a 90-degree spine on it. I found at Walmart Zippo brand fire starters, and these have a striker on top, and then the bottom compartment has little fuel tab things that, if you pull those apart, I want to say it's a petroleum because it's really oily. Those also will catch fire just like the other pieces that I showed you earlier. So like I said, I'm going to have redundancy in here. There's multiple fire starters in here already that I've shown you. I have the Zippo brand. I have the mini Infernos that come with the Self Reliance Outfitters Canteen Kit. They also sell these separate. Not even sure if I have it in here, but if I do, I'll show you what they look like. Actually, these are the ones that I made, which are pretty much identical to theirs. I didn't make theirs, so I don't know exactly how they do theirs, but these are the makeup wipes that women use, and use golf wax, and then I added a crayon to turn mine orange because orange is much better to see, and just they look cool orange. So another fire starting method, we have Yuko, stormproof matches, windproof matches, waterproof matches, you name it. They're pretty much everything. Comes with extra strikers in here that slide in and out right here when that goes bad. These things are phenomenal. You can light this thing and put it in water and it won't go out. So these things are invaluable in many, many ways. And then the case itself has this rubber gasket there, and it keeps it waterproof. I've not done the testing on it yet, but I do plan to do a test on it where you can dunk this in water and just let it hang out, and then check on it later and make sure these are still dry. That is a plan for the future. I featured these once before. These are zip fire starters. These, you literally light the package and get a fire going. I've used these on many camping trips with the family, and instead of sitting there fighting with a fire trying to get it to go when you got some damp wood, this is a quick way to get some dry wood going, or get some wet wood dry to get it going. So I always keep a couple of these with me. I have my fire kit here that we won't go over too much details, but I have mentioned it in another video. I keep Bic lighter. I've got some fat wood back here. It just smells amazing. Big piece of flint. My big ginormous striker right here. This is the kit that I had a buddy made for me. Buddy Daniel, who owns Sutton Industries, and he does a lot of metal fabricating. He does a lot of wrought iron fencing and things of that nature. We also have additional pieces of fat wood. You can see how dark that is. That's got some really good resin in there. A couple of pieces that I've broken down and just smells amazing. If that was a cologne, I'd wear it. Little cheapo striker that I use with my backup ferro rod, so I do have this in case something happens to my other one. It also has a small itty bitty compass on there. I have never tried using that to see how accurate that is, but maybe I'll have to try that sometime. And then last but not least is my pocket bellows. I ordered this on Amazon as well, and the person who sells them put these cool little leather sleeves on them. It's quite a bit larger than the pocket bellows that you normally see, but I mean, that thing is pretty nice. So you've got to have a pocket bellows if you're going to have a fire, and that pretty much wraps up the entire kit. I'm going to lay all this out and display it and let you see from end to end of this table of what you can carry and what I've put together from a Canteen Kit originally to adding these two tactical everyday carry pouches from Tactical from Amazon. I may put a link in the bottom if I remember. Kind of chaotic around here, so I may forget, but hopefully I can get that in there for you guys. And then go to Self Reliance Outfitters website. That's selfrelianceoutfitters.com, probably down here. Go there and pick up one of these. I mean, all their prices have been slashed. I mean, you can get this entire kit or you could buy things individually. Like you could just buy these. You can go on there and just buy the Canteen. These right now, you are probably going to be out of luck. These are sold out right now online. I just checked before I started filming this actually, and these are sold out. But these run for $80, like $79.95. But if you can get a hold of one of these, do so. These things are fantastic. I mean, there's nothing I can say about it. We'll do a review on this. We'll you know, put it to some tests, and I'll show you guys just how great this thing is in another video. But anyway, I don't have really much anything else to say about this other than it's a great kit. I mean, I got one other thing to show you, and that's going to be how I carry it, because I don't use the strap here in the traditional shoulder strap manner. So I'm going to put this thing on real quick, and then I'll show you exactly the way I carry this. That way, you know, I'm not putting all this weight on my shoulders, and, you know, with a backpack and a haversack and everything else, this is something that I have managed to put on a different way, and it works. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so you can see I literally have this thing strapped to my side. I just shorten this strap as much as I can, and then I've got the actual padded part against my hip here so it doesn't hurt, and this thing literally rides right here on my side. If I wanted to, I could fanny pack it, I can military butt pack it. I mean, this is just fantastic. I can carry this thing around, and it's not cumbersome in any way. I have freedom to move. I've got, you know, haversack on this side typically, a backpack on the back, and this on my side. My hands are free. I don't have to carry anything around with me. Maybe the tripod, camera, whatever. But this thing just rides on my side, and it does not fall down. This thing is, it's on there. It's quite comfortable, and this is just how I carry it. So there's another idea for you. Even if you don't, you know, get the everyday carry pouches on the side here, you just have just that alone, you can do the same thing. Carry it on your side. There's no reason you have to carry this on your shoulder. No reason at all. This just relaxes your shoulders and keeps you from having to, you know, strain or, you know, get caught on anything. This thing just rides comfortable right here. So I'd love to hear your comments on what you think about this setup, and if you have any questions whatsoever about this setup or any of the gear that I'm about to show you on the table, feel free to drop some comments down below, and let me get everything set up on the table here so you can get a view of everything, and we'll put this video to rest, and we'll just we'll go from there. So hang tight. Well guys, my voice is starting to crack. It's getting really late. I'd like to thank you for joining me on this, and I really hope you enjoyed the contents of that bag, or bags, I guess. It took me quite a while to get that set up, and I really enjoy it so far. There isn't anything I would change. I mean, obviously I'll be putting things in and out and changing things here and there, but nothing major, nothing drastic. I hope you like this video. Please please give it a thumbs up. Share it with as many people as you can. Please leave us any and all comments that you have in regards to, you know, the contents of this video or any videos that we've done. Please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. If you made it this far, you might as well. It's not the type of video that I wanted to do, but this gear review, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, is something that I've wanted to do for quite a while with this particular setup. I didn't even check to make sure I had everything ready. I just knew that I wanted to grab this and get you guys a video, and that was it. So I'm going to end this, and I just want to remind you guys to, again, like, share, and subscribe. Leave us any comments below. It really helps us out to know what we need to do, what you want to see, what you don't like, things of that nature. Just be kind in your comments, because my daughters do see these. And I guess until the next time we see you, get out there.